Hey everybody, welcome back. Rudy Roundhouse here, and as you may have guessed it from the short that I put out about a week ago, 3D printer needs to be fixed. The hot end actually came loose, and when that happens, 3D filament googes out all over the place and causes a horrible, dangerous mess. So what I did was just shut it down, take it all apart, and most people try to just replace that hot end block or the heat block. I found that is kind of dangerous because it usually doesn't actually fix the problem, and it can strip the neck out of the system. So rather than bother with and have the same issue happen again, just replace the whole thing, and that usually takes care of it. Well, until the next time it happens. So that's what we're gonna do today. Let's get to it. 3D printer fix it montage. This is the original head here. You can see some filament ooging out the side there in between the heat block. This is the nozzle, and yeah, it's everywhere in there. Believe it or not, this is 75% removed because I had this thing was pretty much covered, and thankfully I was able to get most of it off of there. However, you can tell the nozzle in there stripped. The throat of this whole system is just ruined. So there you go. That's okay. Let's move on. Now we have a new pneumatic retainer, so we can install that up top. That'll hold in our filament guide. Just bring the neck down. There we go. Only thing to do now is do a test print. baby. All right, let's take a look at this bad boy. Relatively quick, and produces a decent all-around approximation of how accurate the printer is going to be. Well, this tiny little print, this is a win. That's a pretty darn good print. You know, the arches look solid, crest looks solid, no wisping or sagging. So good solid 3D print. It's great for testing. It's quick, so well, relatively quick, but it lets me know that everything's working great. So job well done. Other than that, now we can get to work on the giant topper that I need to print for the new pinball machine that's coming in about a month and a half. You know, put your phasers to wait on that. Should take about a week to actually print. Keep an eye on that print for a week is just a Herculean task that I hate because the anticipation is just murder. I printed the Mandalorian helmet in about 10 days. That was the longest, largest print I've ever done. It was excruciating to wait for that stupid thing to finish because, I mean, it's just, you know, any slight miscalculation or bump or sway or even the temperature change in the air, a moisture change, something like that can cause the entire print to just fail. And then you're pretty much screwed. You have to start all over again. It's a thing that makes you want to kick the 3D printer makers right in the pants. But, you know, like I said, you do what you got to do. I actually may have a giant resin printer coming. I'm just not sure which one we're going to go with yet. But that's a video in itself. So you're going to want to subscribe, hit the notification bell, because you're going to want to see that video if it comes in. It's going to be a pretty massive, awesome printer. And I think we're going to be able to do full-size helmets in one print without having to sand them down like crazy, which Mandalorian helmet, it's covered in Bondo. Basically, it's wood filler. It's a wood Bondo type material. That's going to fill all the grooves from the 3D printing. So it takes a long time to sand that smooth. Several layers of paint to prime, several layers of paint to gloss, and then, you know, you have finished product. With a resin printer, I can do all of this stuff in pretty much just in half the steps, and they're pretty darn amazing looking. So yeah, like I said, don't forget, subscribe, click the bell, get your notifications. You're gonna want to see that video, and you're absolutely gonna want to see when that new pinball machine comes in. So yeah, wish me luck. We'll see you then.